Welcome to Middle Georgia State University and Morris Gymnasium for tonight's conference matchup between the Stallions of Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College and your Middle Georgia State University Knights. At this time, let's meet tonight's first. Matthew Marina. Starting at the other guard, a 6-foot freshman from Columbus, Georgia, number 4, T.J. Smith. Starting at the forward spot, a 6'5" freshman from Midville, Georgia, number 8, Bryce Wimberly. Starting at the other forward, a 6'7" freshman from Vilnius, Lithuania, number 12, Matas Davis. And starting at center, 6'9" junior from Lake City, Florida, number 10, Nate Mobley. The Stallions are led by Calvin Sinkfield, assisted by Brooks Mathis. And now, the starting lineup for your Middle Georgia State University Knights. Starting at guard, the 5'9" senior from Sparta, Georgia, number 2, Jamal Taylor. And also at guard, the 6'3" senior from Tallahassee, Florida, number 5, David Pena. And at the other guard, a 6'1" junior from Queens, New York, number 24, Nick Chan. And at the forward, a 6'5" junior from Thomaston, Georgia, number 4, Malik Smith. And at the other forward, a 6'7" senior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 11, Bryce Turner. The Knights are led by head coach Scott Rowe and assisted by Tyler Mayer. And it's time for MGA basketball. Fans would also like to give a special MGA welcome to tonight's honorary ball boy, Asa Mathis. Asa is the son of Cal and Stephanie Mathis and the grandson of Danny and Ellen Mathis. Welcome to the whole Mathis family to tonight's ball game. And thank you, Asa, for serving as our honorary ball boy.
Folks, we are ready for round 2 of your Middle Georgia State Knights versus Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. Say that 10 times fast. I can't say it at all. As the Knights in the gray and purple take on the visiting Stallions, as winning the tip and quickly Bryce Turner shooting the jumper. Can't get it to go. Malik Smith offensive board, and this will be an over and back. As action got started quickly after winning the tip-off, the Knights tried to explode down low but couldn't do so. You heard the starters, you heard the stakes. This is a game that was close in November when the Knights won 78-73. Since then, Abraham Baldwin hasn't found much success. 5-15, the Knights, one of the hottest teams in the state of Georgia after getting a a home win over Dalton State, the number 11 team, and of course are on a big win streak as they now sit 14-5. They start with another possession after the shot clock violation. Step back 3, Nick Chan, too strong. Bryce Turner tried to poke it away, but it's eventually brought up the floor by Matthew Marina. He gets it right back. He's the point guard for this team. It's now with Diotis. He hands it off. Gets it back. Tries to get it down low. It'll roll out of play. Looked like it was off a green and gold foot, and it was, so it will be Middle Georgia State basketball. This is going to be an interesting matchup for the Knights. Rarely are they so outsized as they are with this Abraham Baldwin lineup. on the floor for the Stallions is 5'10", 6 foot, but then it gets quite bigger at 6'5", 6'9", 6'8", as Abraham Baldwin scores the first 2 points of the game as they get out in transition after the steal. Knights looking up the scoring here. Ganius gets it down low to Malik Smith. Banging away, turnaround floater. Way too high off the hand. And it will be with the green and gold. Also on the bench as options for the Stallions is Charlie Guencho, a 6'8" freshman. So plenty of height. Ball with TJ Smith. He scans, fires it up to his guard pairing, Marina. 8 seconds for Marina. Down low, Malik Smith got lost, but able to return and contest that shot as Jamal Taylor gives it off to Smith in transition. He blows the basket as he tried to slam it home and was unable to. However, Nick Cham with the quick hands able to earn a possession back after it rolls out off Abraham Baldwin. Jamal Taylor with it off through the inbound. Gives it off to Cham. Cham spinning, floating, can't get it to go. Kicks off his foot. Ends up in the hands of Turner, who gets it down low to Smith. Banging away again, the patented spin move. Works out as he kisses it off the glass for 2. Tied game here early. Defenses have been working hard. Just 2-2. Cham tries to get a hand in the pass. Instead, it's a floater. Drive to the lane, won't go. Jamal Taylor with it. Running the floor, head full of steam. He stops up. Cham swings it. Ganius picks it up at the point to Turner. Baseline drive, spinning. Eventually throws it up, left it short. And now Marina the other way. Gives it off to his guard pairing, Smith. 3 ball, hard off the back iron. Ganius climbs the ladder, picks it up, gives his team a possession. Cham picks up a screen from Smith. He has to give it off to Turner. Turner now the screen from Cham. He tries to use the shoulder, and he does draw the foul. Diaz questioning it as Turner sought out the contact.
His first, team's first, going on shooting 2, Bryce Turner.
Turner 2 from the line, misses the first. Makes the second, splits his trip, and gives the Knights their first lead of this one. Soft press. Taylor pounding Marina. Cham now with him. Marina takes an early 3, bangs it home. Taylor looks like he wanted to try and go for one as well. Instead, it's Turner. Ganius offensive board. Taylor hesitates, fakes the step back, gives it off to Ganius, who will shoot it. Hard off the back iron and in the hands of Abraham Baldwin. Wimberly off to Marina. Marina rifles it down low. Turner tries to go for the tie-up, battling through. Mobley able to put it up and in. And a bit of a run here for Abraham Baldwin. Taylor scans. Just drops it off to Cham, who will do the same. Taylor with it, loses his man. Floater, left short. Taylor offensive board. Cham with it, he's got space, he'll drive. Layup won't go. Bryce Turner's tip will. Green and gold arguing that Turner was above the rim, or should more accurately say the ball was still hanging above the rim, but Turner gets the benefit of the doubt and puts 2 on the board for the Knights. TJ Smith lost Ganius for a second. He closed out, took away the 3. Marina swings it, Three ball won't go. Malik Smith gathers in the defensive board. He'll dribble it up court before giving it off to Taylor. He barrels in. Couldn't get it to go. Turner, offensive board. Inside to Ganius. Easy look. And yet again, the work on the defensive glass and offensive glass helping the Knights here early. They tie it up at 7. Travel here as Mobley was able to throw it in off the glass, but not before he dragged his feet. So stays at 7. Turner heads off. Trayshawn Wilson to inbound. It's been an interesting one to start. Both teams not finding much momentum. Whistle hasn't come in a lot, but when it has, it's been impactful. Taylor wanted to get it to Smith. Instead, step back three. Looks good, is good. Knights are the first to double digits as Taylor adds a 3 ball. Fired down low. Good job to use the body, seal off the defender, Antoine Brown, his first minutes. Jamal Taylor with it. Swung to Cham. Cham drives in. Head full of steam, able to kiss it off the glass for 2. Extend the lead, back up to 3. Marina. Off to Brown. Brown wants it back. He gets it back. Again, pump faking the 3. Now goes with it. Left it way short. Whistle as foul comes in on Mobley. That would be his second. It's his first. The other whistle was for a travel. Mobley, refs will say, pushed the Knights player going for the defensive board. As Nick Cham will check off. Andrew Presswood comes in, a local favorite. Grew up in Milledgeville, just about, let's call it an hour and 15 minutes north of here. The senior, a 3-point shooting presence here. He'll drive in, give it a chance, and it banks home. Presswood now on defense. Taylor manning up Marina. Battle of the 2s. Face guarding. Doesn't want Marina to have any space, does Taylor. Screen on both sides. Marina takes neither. Gives it off before he gets called for the travel. Spinning in, Smith. Can't get it to go. Ganius able to get it off. Presswood on the other side. He's got space. It'll be swung back to Taylor. Gives it off to Wilson. The 3, good. Shooting here early from the Knights. Very good. As right now, they're up 8. It was a slow start, but it's come on hot. Marina. It's been a game of runs. It was Abraham Baldwin to start. The Knights answer back. And they did it twice again. This 3, ooh, looked good. Hit both sides of the rim and popped out as Wilson gets fouled on the defensive board. We've dipped under 12 minutes. This will be our first media timeout, and it comes during a big Middle Georgia State run. Right now they lead. Back here at Morris Gymnasium, I'm Joe Copshaw. I'm bringing you through this one here on the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. This is the second game of the doubleheader. The women won in the first game. Men hoping to repeat success. Ragland looking for an option, finds Wilson. Swung to the other corner. Presswood, step back. Wilson with it. He's got space. He takes the long two. Won't go, and a foul comes in as it looked like Ragland maybe a bit too aggressive on the offensive glass, as he kind of fired that ball into the face of Malik Smith, who might need a second to regain consciousness there, as that one hit him hard in the forehead. Marina and Antoine Brown will play catch. New guard pairing as TJ Smith slots in as the third. Fadeaway two, Marina gets it to scrape over the rim. Helps stop the Knights' run. Taylor looking to get a new one started. Off to Ragland. Crashes in, gives it off to Wilson. The behind the back pass. It was intercepted, but it won't matter as a charge picked up on Wilson as Wimberly hit the hardwood. (11-17) here. Your Knights on top. Marina. Taylor lost in the screen. Wilson closes out. Switch. And the Knights somehow scramble back to be set on defense. It was a really good look for Abraham Baldwin. Can they get another? It'll have to come later as Presswood's able to throw the ball off the leg of Bryce Wimberly as he lost his handle. Trayshawn Wilson to inbound, eventually to Taylor. As a whistle here. Not sure what it was, but we've resumed play as we dip under halfway through the first half. Taylor fakes the handoff, explodes to the basket. You don't often see Taylor use his size to his advantage. The 5'9" guard absolutely bodied TJ Smith down low, just 3 inches taller. And Taylor finishes it off for the 2-point bucket. Foul here. It looked like Turner pushed, and that's what the foul is, as Turner looked like he just got a little too handsy with Nate Mobley on his drive as he spun towards the rack, and a reset shot clock to 20 seconds for Abraham Baldwin is in store. Marina slaps the ball. Play commences. Down low, Antoine Brown turns around, throws it off the glass. Doesn't get much easier than that as he was freed up off the screen. Ragland with it. Turner fading away, gets it to go. Pretty shot. As Turner's got a unique touch for a 6'7" forward. Down low, TJ Smith on Ragland. Presswood comes to help. Taylor elevates and picks it off, but he steps out. And it'll be Abraham Baldwin's ball with a reset shot clock. Checking in for the first time, Mike Williamson. Taylor will guard the inbounder, Marina. Point guard on point guard. Everything else stays mostly the same except for the new green and gold player, Mike Williamson. Marina loses Taylor in a screen. Trayshawn Wilson switches onto him. Down low, Mobley on Bryce Turner, can't get it to go. We'll have a second attempt, doesn't get that one either. Good job on Turner to pick up the board. Ragland a chance at three. Too strong. And again, Wilson picks up a foul, going for an offensive rebound. That's Trayshawn Wilson's second, so he'll take some time on the bench. Nick Cham and Ganius will check in for Taylor and Wilson. So a bit smaller of a lineup on the floor now for the Knights, as the size also went off for Abraham Baldwin. Turner, fast hands, dives for the ball. Can't earn a possession, but slows down the Stallions. Don't often see a 6'7" forward move through a screen and switch like that and be able to get a hand on the dribble. An athletic play. 10 seconds on the shot clock. In the corner with Smith. 5 seconds. Marina will have to shoot. Presswood guards him up. He loses his handle. Buzzer sounds. That's a shot clock violation. As the Knights, a perfect defensive possession earns them a trip on offense. It'll start here with Cham and Presswood. Presswood, comfortable in this position running the point. Gets it back. He's got some room. Gives it off to Bryce Turner. He's got a better look. However, it's stripped away as he tried to split defenders. Marina, cautious, slow dribble. He scans. TJ Smith now, the drive, the spin. Couple more, eventually fires it away. Marina bounces off his head. Presswood gathers it in, dribble behind the back, gives it off to Ganius. Ganius high off the glass and in. 10-point lead for the Knights, and that leads to a timeout as Abraham Baldwin. We're starting to get back into it, have since lost momentum. Your Knights on top. Back here at Morris Gymnasium, you're watching on the Middle Georgia State YouTube channel. You can find games here all season long. There'll be another game tomorrow between these two schools, but different sport, baseball. Make sure to tune into that. Brown spot up three. Off the back iron, put back up, and converted by Mobley. Running the floor, Ganius gets the long stretch pass. Tried to get it down low, but had to take an extra second for Malik Smith. Smith bangs away, gets it to go. Antoine Brown guarding him up. He's listed as a shooting guard, but Smith and Brown match size for size, both about 6'5", 240. Ganius flies in for the defensive board. Nick Cham running the point. Picks up a screen from Ganius. Step back two. Looks good, is good. Pretty shot. Waited the extra second. Gave Williamson some time to close out, but made it right in his face, as it is a new largest lead for the Knights. They sit up 12. Williamson trying to get it back on the other side. High off the glass, won't go. There was a lot of contact. Ragland stops the offense up. Fired over to Ganius. Travel. Ganius didn't get the ball on the floor before he took his step, as Abraham Baldwin will get a free possession here.
Checking in for the Stallions. Number 24, AJ.
3 substitutions coming in here for Abraham Baldwin, all staggered as Bryce Wimberly checks back in. A.J. Brannigan gets his first minute. And returning as well, Manas Dietis. He has it. Right at the 15-point elbow. Step back 3, made. A.J. Brannigan checks in and has an immediate impact. It looked like he took too many steps, doesn't get called, and now he hits the hardwood as Cham bumps him off and earns a trip to the line. Head coach Scott Moe upset the three-pointer was not called a travel. He'll make his case during this timeout, as before Cham's free throws, we'll have about Cham at the line, coming off one of the better days in his young career. The junior from Queens, New York, against Dalton State, had a breakout game. Interesting to see Cham return to the number 24 jersey. During that Dalton State game, he had to switch to 30, and he had an explosive breakout in which he led the team to victory, including the basket that sent the game to overtime. But back in his normal 24, a couple dribbles, misses his first free throw. Splits his trip at the line as he sinks the second and extends the lead back to 10. Ganius gets a hand on that pass, but Smith still able to break it out. Marina scans. He's got 2 screens right at the charity stripe. Doesn't choose either. Instead, bounce pass to Wimberly, who gives it off to Brannigan. Dietis to the corner. Marina gets his man to float. Can't make the long 2. And Malik Smith gets fouled after bringing in the defensive board. TJ Smith picks up the foul. It's his first. No one for Abraham Baldwin in any foul trouble. Sean Wilson for the Knights, the only one with 2. Only 9 total fouls through the first 15 minutes. It's been a relatively clean game. Ganius off to Taylor. He explodes to the basket. It's blocked, but his foot, the foot of Dietis, on the line after he brought in the blocked shot. So no reset shot clock. They'll say he didn't have any possession before he fell out of bounds. So it'll be 16 seconds for the Knights to operate. Taylor off to Ganius. Gets it right back. Tries to get it down low to Malik Smith. But again, Dietis on the defensive side, this time able to pick up. the ball and get the steal. Marina calls for an ISO. Everyone collapses on him at the last second. He finds an open outlet down low, and it's an easy touch for Wimberley. Nick Cham, 2 screens. Switches onto Marina. He likes the height difference, tries the long 2, but too strong on it. And a chance for Abraham Baldwin to get on their own run. Marina throws the chicken wing as Nick Cham went flying. Marina tried to create some extra space. We'll have another timeout. Knights lead down to 8, but still comfortable here early. No team yet to 30 as the defenses so far the key of this game. We'll be back. Back here in Morris Gymnasium. Ganius to Taylor to start this, as they'll easily travel over half court. Cham swung to the corner. They want to get it to Malik Smith. They do so. Eventually it's fired around to Ganius. He drives in. Long 2, falling down, hitting the hardwood, but not before the ball hits the nylon for 2. Smith with it. Marina now. Cham swatting away. Ooh, Malik Smith is dropped, and a nice finish from Dietis. Pretty play as he got the ball, dropped Malik Smith with the hesitation move, and was able to avoid the help side defense with a circus layup. Taylor fakes the 3, dribbles in, now dribbles out, baseline drive. Gives it off to Nick Cham. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor, crossover. Cham, same move, spin. Ganius has to shoot. He just made one like this. Double it up as he sinks it yet again. That is great defense from Abraham Baldwin, in which a better shooter just rises up and sinks it anyway. Marina picked up a screen. Reverse layup won't go. Chris Foster crashes in to put the putback in. No one picks up Nick Cham. He'll drive in and get an easy layup as the green and gold fall asleep. And it's a back and forth track meet now. 10-point game, 34-24. Smith kicks out to Dietis. Now he tries his hand at a 3. That one won't go. Taylor settles it down to Malik Smith. Smith tries to get it to go off the glass, can't get it to do so, but Knights will keep the ball after he throws it off TJ Smith.
Returning for the Knights, Bryce Turner. And for the Stallions,
Cham will be the inbounder. On the floor, Bryce Turner returning, Malik Smith, and still Taylor and Ganius, the main guard pairing. Taylor's easily freed up after a screen from Turner. Turner to Cham. Down low to Malik Smith. He got on the back of his man. Mobley couldn't collapse. It doesn't get much easier for Smith. Evenly spread scoring for the Knights. Ganius the leading scorer with 8, Cham 7, Smith 6. Couple players at 5 as they earn a steal. Ganius misfires, and now it's a 3-on-2. Turner can't collapse on both players, and it's an easy floater from TJ Smith. will have another timeout as the Knights get their lead back up to 10. But can't do any more as there's 95 seconds remaining. Back here at Morris Gymnasium, Taylor with the ball. 90 seconds remain in this first half. Malik Smith hands it off to Cham. He spots up, short. Gathered in by Abraham Baldwin, and they'll run the floor. Knights got out to a lead early, and since then it's been back and forth, holding at pretty much a 10-point lead for the Knights the past 10 minutes or so. Marino with it. Clock dwindling. He gets freed up as Malik Smith returned down low. Offensive board brought in. The putback rolls around and out, but Malik Smith touched the net, so that will be a goaltend. Smith just a little too aggressive going up for the rebound. It's been a couple times as screens come in, Smith has had to switch with Taylor and tries to return too early, doesn't want to guard his man on the perimeter. And that switch has oftentimes left Abraham Baldwin with their best looks. Here, Ganius gets a good one, can't convert but picks up the foul, and we'll head to the charity stripe. The seventh foul of the day for the Stallions, so starting to approach that bonus number, but with just 40 seconds left, it looks unlikely. Ganius makes the first. He now has 9. He's aiming to hit 10, and he's on double-double watches. He's got 9 points and 6 rebounds. He's got the first part of it, and he's at double digits now. Ganius now picks off the pass, gives it off to Taylor. Taylor lays it home. And the Knights hit 40 before halftime. It'll be tough to add more as Abraham Baldwin has the shot clock turned off. 15 seconds to go. Screen comes in, Taylor sinks under. He's able to meet his man. And a travel by Marina does give the Knights a chance to add. 40-28. 8.4 remaining. Abraham Baldwin not meeting Middle Georgia State up top, so they'll be able to roll this ball out. Taylor, 5 seconds now. Cham, he's got an open look. He'll drive in. Reverse layup won't go. The tip won't. Malik Smith's third chance won't. And Turner doesn't get a chance at the fourth as the buzzer sounds. We'll head into the locker rooms here at halftime with your Knights up 40-28, a 12-point lead. We'll be back for second half action in about 15 minutes. I'm Joe Kopsha. We'll see you then here on the Middle Georgia.
no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Welcome back. We are just about a minute away from second half action, but before we get to the second half, let's take a look back at the first. Your Knights were led in scoring by David Ganius, who has 10 points. Following him at a tie for second are Taylor and Cham. Only 4 3-point attempts for your Knights. They've split them 2 for 4. That's an interesting storyline, as well as perhaps Ganius trying to chase down a double-double, as he has 6 rebounds to add to those 10 points. Also 2 assists, so a well-rounded day. As for the visiting Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College Golden Stallions, they're being led in scoring by number 10, Nate Mobley. He has 6 points. Outside of that, it's been Marina with 5. We have started second half action here at Morris Gymnasium, as Marina, as he seemingly always is, back on the floor as the point guard. Him and Smith, as you see Smith and him play catch, are the only players in this game to have played all 20 minutes. Bounce pass down low. It's picked off. Cham dribbles it out. He gets another steal as he'll settle everything down. Turner to Taylor. Taylor sits at the logo, now drives. Ganius out to Cham. Interesting possession here. It ends with a 3 that's made by Jamal Taylor. Don't often see the Knights operate around the three-point line like that, but they just did so to great success. And mentioned that they haven't shot many threes today, but when they've shot them, they've tended to go in. As Smith picks up the ball that was loose from Taylor. Hopefully he's all right as Cham lays it in. Taylor looks like he just got his feet caught together and seems fine as he starts to guard Marina. 4-point run here to start the early second half. Smith with it. He's got a lane to drive. He tries to bounce it down low. Instead, Malik Smith picks it up. Bryce Turner with the emphatic finish. 6-point run for the Knights. Marina dribbles the left hand. He wants space, gives it off eventually to Mobley, who scans. Back to Marina. To the corner, baseline drive. Ball pops out, Taylor steals it. Cham's running with him. He'll end up with the ball as he crashes in. What's the call? It's a tie-up. Possession arrow in favor of the Knights, so they'll inbound from underneath their own basket. As to start this second half, the defense of the Knights has been excellent. A couple turnovers they've forced, giving them extra possessions, and they've made it count like that. Good feed from Turner, down low to Ganius, who had no one near him and was able to kiss it off the glass. Knights on the verge of 50. Marina staggers his way through, able to draw the bucket and the foul.
Knights foul number 11, Bryce Turner, his second. Team's first of the second half.
So that will help stop the Knights' run, and a chance at a three-point play for Marina. Out of Miami, Florida, the freshman point guard. This team is very young for Abraham Baldwin, so while they might just be sitting at 5 and 15, it's a new unit gelling together. 8 freshmen on the team. And a couple of the players not playing today are juniors that were scratched. So it's a majority freshman team. Malik Smith, the offensive board. Taylor tried another three. Cash. He's feeling it from beyond the arc as he makes yet another. He is now 3 for 3 from beyond that point. Three, this time from the big man Mobley. He can't get it to go. Good defensive board from Bryce Turner as he was hounded by some length from the Golden Stallions and was able to bring it in. Malik Smith with it, working away, draws the foul call but can't get it to go. So he'll head to the line for 2. Smith, the leading point scorer on this team, sits right around 15, but Nick Cham and Trayshawn Wilson trying to chase him down, especially Cham, who has been hot as of late. Averages just 1 point less now. Smith, one of his struggles is at the line. He's excellent pretty much everywhere else on the floor, but from the line shooting just around 54%. Averaging a double-double as he splits his trip. And he's on his way to a double-double, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Might have 3 players on track right now as Ganius, Smith, and Bryce Turner are all right there. Speaking of Turner, he steals the ball, picking it off on the baseline drive, and he's hobbled up. Cham spot up 3, goes. Hopefully Turner's all right. He wasn't able to run the floor. Didn't call for a sub as he'll settle in on defense. Right now it's the battle of twos with Taylor staring down Marina. Down low, kicked back out. Smith with some room, double teamed. Ganius kicks the ball. The kicked ball, an important note, as instead of it just going out of bounds, the Stallions will get a reset shot clock. Now it looks like everyone will discuss. It will be a timeout. We'll take a short break. .15 lead for your Middle Georgia State University Knights. They've started the second half out hot after the first half came to a close pretty even after getting out to a run in the first. Ganius a reach-in foul here. So again, shot clock reset up to 20 seconds for the Stallions. Marina wants a screen. He just gives it off instead to Wimberly. Smith with it, picks up a screen, now scans. He picked up his dribble, gives it off. Not much going this possession, and it ends with an errant shot that kicks off out of bounds and will end up being Knights ball. Mike Williamson checks on for Abraham Baldwin. Off comes Bryce Wimberly. Taylor, handoff to Ganius. He goes across the court to Cham. Couple dribbles, nice move. Reverse layup blocked away. And somehow it ends up with the Stallions. It looked like the last one to touch it was a green and gold jersey. The refs disagree, and perhaps a benefit to them. They get an offensive possession here. We've ticked under 15 minutes to go. Marina back with it. He'll try his hand at a three. Straight away, it won't go. Offensive board. Marina back with it. He lets everything set up as Turner pokes this one away. So it will stay with Abraham Baldwin. Checking in is Antoine Brown. And on the other side for the Knights, Trayshawn Wilson comes in for Bryce Turner. And a late sub here, Andrew Presswood coming on for Nick Cham. Five seconds to go on the shot clock. Shot has to come up here. Instead, it's taken away. Taylor with it. Couple moves, he has to head off. Presswood left open. His three off the back iron. Malik Smith puts it back up, and the second chance point's converted. The Knights getting out to a big lead here now. 27-point difference. They've exploded here into the second half. Trying to stop the bleeding, Abraham Baldwin. Brown's floater couldn't go. And it's starting to get out of hand. Right now, the Knights feels like everything's going. Well, it won't. Second chance for Ganius won't either, as it's blocked right back into the hardwood. Presswood picks off this pass. He'll explode to the basket. He has to hold up. Trayshawn Wilson with it, his floater good. As the Knights break 60, and with one more two-point bucket, they could double up Abraham Baldwin deep into the second half here. Reminder, this game in November was a 5-point game. Since then, you have to remember, your Knights have gotten so much better. On a hot winning streak, have beaten the 11th team in just the past month. And now they feel like they can compete with anyone. And right now, they're driving Abraham Baldwin into the ground. This will help the Stallions' cause as Antoine Brown hits a three. Ganius running the four quickly, can't get the reverse layup to go. Numbers for the Stallions. It's a 5-on-4, spot up three. Foster, it won't go. Offensive board, turn around, gets it to go. And this is what Abraham Baldwin needs to do, just chip away. Wilson, long two, it goes. And a timeout here from head coach Scott Moe as the Knights will discuss the game plan for the last 12 minutes of this one. Well, 26-point game here at Morris Gymnasium. As kind of all the life has been sucked out of Abraham Baldwin. You can see it just in how they hang their heads, hands on hips. Everything seems a bit different. Marina still fighting strong. He sits in the corner wanting the ball back, but a bad handle from Antoine Brown makes it take its time. Now it's with him. Straightaway three won't go. Offensive board gathered in, the foul on the putback, and a chance at a three-point play here for the Golden Stallions. And again, if you start to let a team back into the game like this, it can start to get uncomfortably close, as it will be a three-point play opportunity, but not before we take another break, as we've dipped under 12 minutes. So this will be our second media time. Foster at the line, finishes off his three-point play. And what was once a 30-point lead, now to 23. Presswood, foul called on Marina as he drived in. Presswood had some room. He probably would have liked to try and complete that possession. Instead, he'll have to inbound right in front of his own benches. Trayshawn Wilson, long two. He makes it again. That's been his shot today. And he adds points to his total. He now sits at 9. It's been a good game up and down the lineup for the Knights. As this two won't go, Malik Smith brings it in. Taylor with 13, Cham with 12, Ganius with 12. As this layup won't go, Malik Smith's putback won't. And eventually a foul comes in after the second, third, and maybe the fourth chance. As, again, Malik Smith will head to the line. And I think with those rebounds that Malik Smith got off his own misses, if he were to make a free throw here after missing the first, he would be at his double-double, with half of his boards being offensive. Unable to make either, though, so he'll have to wait in terms of the points category, but he is sitting at 10 rebounds. Down low, Smith can't save it. Was a good entry pass, but kicks off his hands. And the Knights earn a possession here. Wilson, spot up three, straight away goes. He's found his stroke. Another three for him as he sits at 12 points now. Couple dribbles, Marina gives it off. Smith throws a shoulder into Presswood, frees himself up, but leaves the floater short on the baseline. Taylor getting out and running. A switch on to him. He gives it off to Turner. Wilson thought about it, eventually gives it back up to Taylor. Taylor tries to kick it out, but it gets picked off. Marina has Wilson trailing on him. A good job from Wilson to stop the original basket, but a hard foul as Bryce Turner tried to stop the slam from Charlie Glencho.
Ninth foul, number 11, Bryce Turner, his third. Team score. On the line, shooting 2.
Bryce Turner's third foul, so he gets in foul trouble again, as he'll likely be substituted out.
Returning for the Stallions, A.J. Brannigan.
Actually, instead, it's Taylor who checks out in favor of Caleb Love. Love hasn't played too much recently. He's been struggling with a finger injury, but he was a pretty consistent part of this lineup off the bench early in the season and now gets his chance to run the point here. Gives it off to Presswood. He fires it in. Turner open down low, banks it home. And the lead back up to 30. So Abraham Baldwin was chipping away, but the Knights answer right back with a 7-0 run. Fade away two. It's a foul. We'll see on who. It's on Bryce Turner, and that's his fourth now. And you have to think a sub will come on for Turner. It looks like he's being left in yet. Couple dribbles. Wimberly eventually shoots the free throw, but it's off to the left.
Returning for ABAC, Nate Mobley.
Mobley checks back in for Abraham Baldwin, a 6'9" forward out of Lake City, Florida. Wimberly makes his second, splits his trip, as now Turner comes out in favor of 9 Wills. Wills also hasn't played much recently, but that's been more of a conscious decision as this team has its 3 forwards that it loves to rotate. Step back 3, Love won't go. Ragland pokes it out, but it finds a green and gold jersey. 3 ball this time. Brannigan won't go as well. Presswood brings it in. It's mainly that 2 forward pairing of Trayshawn Wilson and Bryce Turner, and then of course Malik Smith acts more like a center, and David Gaines kind of flips between the role of guard and forward. So it's those 4 down low most of the time, as 9 Wills tries his hand at a 2-point basket but leaves it short. Marina guarding the right hand, or excuse me, Love guarding the right hand of Marina. Bumps him off, down low. Presswood's able to poke the ball away, but it's gathered in by Mobley, who goes up and draws the foul. This one will be on Wilson. And that's a problem because that will be his 3rd. Ooh, they give it to Caleb Love on the backside, and that likely helps the Knights. They don't like the foul call at all, but it being on Caleb Love frees up Trayshawn Wilson from picking up a dangerous 3rd. Free throw made. First of Mobley's 2. Another split trip for Abraham Baldwin, as Presswood will be the point guard for this possession, leading his team up the floor. Gives it off to Ragland. He spots up. 3-point shot won't go. Marina gathers in the rebound and gets out and runs. Brannigan will try another 3. This one way too strong. Ragland, Patrick Mahomes-esque, and Presswood lays it in. I'm not sure how Ragland even saw Presswood, let alone got it there. Excellent job by Presswood of using his body to seal out the defender. Now down low, Abraham Baldwin responds with a 2-point bucket. Love. Couple dribbles before giving it off to Presswood. He gets the switch on Marina. He's got the size advantage, starts backing him down, picks up his dribble, tries to give off a pass, but it's picked off. Brannigan with it in the corner, poked away from him. As Trayshawn Wilson dives for the ball, he picks up a foul as it looked like he clipped the legs of Chris Foster. It'll be a trip, and that is his third foul. And that'll be the team 7th, so now the Knights in foul trouble. Peyton Ivory checks in. This will be his first minutes of the game, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. Went to Peachtree Ridge High School. I love when, this is a personal vendetta, but when rosters have players from cities and then have their high schools not really in that city, as Peachtree Ridge is nowhere near Atlanta. It's about an hour away. But he's looking to do good work in his first minutes. He helped on that defensive possession. Now Marina had him open, passes up, instead takes the shot, and it's poked out of bounds and will be Knights ball. Under 7 minutes remaining here. Knights up big, 71-43. Love trying to get it back up to a 30-point lead, unable to do so. Marina, another rebound for him. He drops it down low. Turnaround floater. Eventually off the glass and off a Knight, and will stay with Abraham Baldwin. Everyone will settle down as Marina inbounds. Guencio eventually ending up back with Marina, with him in the corner now. Ragland switches on. After the switch, Bryce Wimberly uses his length to convert over Love. Presswood thinks about it, instead will do so again after an aggressive dribble and a offensive foul. This time on 9 Wills. It'll be his first, as Abraham Baldwin a chance to keep cutting into this lead. It's a 26-point one, and while that seems like an impossible task to come back from, we've seen it before, and we've seen crazier. Right now, the Knights clearly in the driver's seat. Brown an open look. Rattles in, pops out, and a foul on the green and gold. Peyton Ivory picks it up. As we'll have a short break, another media timeout. We've dipped under 6 minutes. The Knights up big, 71. Interesting lineup here for your Knights. Raglan leading the point now. Trayshawn Wilson, 9 Wills down low. Presswood and Love are the other guards. Raglan a staple of the guards, but the other 4 players on the floor don't see minutes too often. Although I guess you can say Trayshawn Wilson averages a lot of minutes. So call it the other 3 on the floor. Love picks up the ball off the steal. Good speed and explosion to the rim, and he lays it in off the glass. Just about 5 minutes to go here in the second half. The Knights looking to advance to 15-5 on the season and 11-3 in the conference. And hey, if they keep up the winning ways, your Knights could be nationally ranked sooner rather than later. As Presswood throws it off Marina to win a possession. There has to be some discussions after you knock off the number 11 team in convincing fashion in overtime. A couple great wins, a big winning streak. As Wilson gets his shot blocked, it goes off the edge of the backboard, so it'll stay with the Knights. But I have to think they're sitting right around that number 30 mark in the rankings and could move up. Ooh, and before the shot was blocked, a foul, and Wilson will head to the line. I think it was a push-off as Wilson went up. Had nothing to do with the shot actually being blocked. He'll make his first. Wilson, a great day efficiency-wise. 71% from the field. 100% from the line now, just 2 for 2 as you saw there, but 2 of 3 from 3 for his total 14 points. Now he leads all Knights in scoring. Abraham Baldwin driving in, another errant pass, but they're able to keep it this time. Shot from essentially behind the glass, somehow collides with the rim, resets the shot clock. Marina crashes in, and a foul call comes in as he'll shoot 2 at the line. Trayvon Raglan, the offender on this one. It's his second. Raglan hasn't gotten on the score sheet today in terms of points, but sits with 2 assists and a rebound. Raglan has become essentially the 6th man for this team. But today has been kept quiet as scoring from everywhere are the Knights, and eventually someone has to be left out. And today that is him. Right now, 4 Knights are in double digits and 2 sit right at 9 points. Although it's Turner and Malik Smith who might not see the hardwood again. Raglan tries to open up his day. He can't get it. Wills on the putback attempt gets fouled, and he'll head to the line with a chance to open up his scoring. Wills, as mentioned, part of the forward rotation, but hasn't seen too much time as of late. Not a good free throw shooter, just around 27%. As he misses everything there.
Returning for ABAC, Mike Williamson. And that is
Wills, the junior out of Loganville, Georgia. His second is good. He opens up his scoring today. That one was almost perfect. So figured it out after the first as we've dipped under 4 minutes to go here, and the Knights have got their lead back up to 30, and impressively it's with the second unit. And after this missed dribble off the feet of Mike Williamson, it's the 3rd unit now checking in. Taj Evans, Shane Nealis, Chase Lawrence, Caden Thomas will come in. And joining him will be William Jordan. This is the whole third unit, and they'll likely close out the game here for the last 3 minutes and 35 seconds. And the crowd erupts with cheers of joy as seeing some of the guys that don't get too much playing time. Lawrence is the point guard. He's a redshirt freshman. It's important to watch him. He could eventually fill the role of Jamal Taylor. Looks good here as he drives in well. He missed the basket but did get fouled on the upper arm, so he'll head to the line for 2. But Chase Lawrence is very reminiscent of Jamal Taylor, especially at that point guard spot. Similar size, just an inch difference in height. They both utilize their speed to their advantage. And both gifted with passing the rock. Lawrence misses both his free throws. As a lot of the starters remain on the floor for Abraham Baldwin. Foul comes in here. Picked up on Caden Thomas. Thomas, another freshman. William Jordan, number 10, a freshman as well. Taj Evans, a freshman. This is a freshman-heavy lineup, of course, usually is when you get to the third level of your bench. And trying to get these guys reps here late in this game, very important. Of course, you never know who can go down with injury. You never know how deep you need your bench to be, and this is a good way to find out how well prepared you are in the cases that you need to dip deep into the 12th and 13th man. Heading to the line after his drive is Taj Evans. Evans misses his first. He's someone that can eventually fill the shooting guard role, as he's only played in one game this season, played in 3 minutes of that game, and is looking for a start to his career here at Middle Georgia State, as, of course, missing both doesn't open up his career with any scoring. Picking up another foul is Caden Thomas. He wasn't even near the ball. Sinking the first, Bryce Wimberly. And making the second. Taking a look at Abraham Baldwin's scoring, Mobley the only scorer in double digits. Wimberly got his 6th and 7th point there, but everyone else just trailing. Lawrence explodes to the basket again, likes using his speed. He got fouled hard as Mike Williamson came on the help side and hacked him up top. Chase Lawrence will head to the line again. His past trip, he went 0 for 2. .238 here left in the second half. He sinks his bucket. .77-49 here for your Knights. Misses the second. Golden Stallions looking for some momentum and energy to take into their next matchup, and Dietis looks good there as a layup behind the back, over the head, whatever you want to call it. Shane Nealis with it. Nealis, a crowd favorite. He rises up. Can't get it to go. Down low, poked away from Brown, but unable to keep it in bounds was Jordan. Under 2 minutes to go here. Brannigan wide open. Can't get it to go. Brought in by Taj Evans. He gives it off to Nealis. Nealis, a couple good moves. Fade away two. Had to let you hear the crowd pop. The crowd favorite sinks one, and it was a beauty. That was a good move as well, but this time it doesn't go, and it's a tie-up, and it will stay with the Golden Stallions. Brown throws it off. Now gets it back. His three, too strong. Good bounce pass down low, and the finish from Taj Evans. That was a pretty pass. And that is Taj Evans' first points of the season. First points of his career. Congrats, Mr. Evans. You're well on your way to a win over conference rival Abraham Baldwin. Nealis with it. Bounce pass to the corner. Taj Evans throws it out. This three rattles around and pops out. Scramble for the ball. Nealis with it. His layup won't go. Down low, Taj Evans trying to get to work. He gets fouled as Nealis will talk to the bench. He knows he should have had that one. 27 seconds left in this one, as it looks like and will be a Middle Georgia State University win. They will advance to 15-5 on the season and advance to 11-3 in conference. As for Abraham Baldwin, they'll drop to 5-16 and just 1-12 in the conference. And as mentioned, at some point, the Knights will start to get looks at being nationally ranked. Evans wants another basket. He tries to get the dunk, but blows it on the front rim. Brown on the other side. Does get this one to go. I'm not sure I've ever seen a ball not look like it went in like that, but that will be the end of the game. Your Middle Georgia State Knights win by a score of 81-56. A fun one here at Morris Gymnasium as the Knights take 2 wins home today. The women and the men win. Again, I'm Joe Copshow. Thank you so much for joining us in this one. Final score again, 81-56. We'll be back with more action tomorrow. It will be baseball between these two schools. Make sure to tune in for that. That will be at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching.